Have you ever noticed things about yourself as you age that others notice but no one ever tells you about? As we grow older, certain habits and behaviors can cause us to appear unaware, unapproachable, or even unattractive to others. Unfortunately, most people are too polite to inform you. Once identified, though, these behavior can easily be corrected so you present yourself with confidence, grace, and self-awareness. In this video, we're discussing 6 things people often notice, but rarely acknowledge in older adults. These little habits can drastically impact how others see you, interact with you, and even how you perceive yourself. They all require just minor fixes so you can maintain strong presence, stay socially engaged, and feel your best at any age. By staying until the end, once you recognize these signs, you won't look at aging the same way. Gain insights into others' perception of you while learning easy ways to stay sharp, stylish, and respected as time ticks away. Stay with me until then, because once recognized, you will never look at aging the same again. Stay with me until I share easy methods you'll never look back. Let's begin. At first, people notice but rarely mention when someone stops taking care to maintain their personal grooming. With age comes an increased tendency to disregard small details like trimming nails or keeping hair well groomed. Forgetting these can add up and make us appear older or even less approachable than before. But these small indiscretions add up, creating an image of aging or unapproachability which people might pick up on without even realizing it. It all adds up. Sadly, imagine someone like Walter, an 82-year-old known for always looking sharp. Over time, however, his appearance deteriorated gradually until one day he caught himself staring into the mirror and saw just how different he looked. They noticed, however, no one made a fuss until finally realizing this and acting upon it by getting haircuts, shaving, and updating his wardrobe. Almost instantly feeling better, standing taller, and seeing people respond more positively towards him. Grooming matters not just in appearance terms, but in how people perceive our energy and confidence levels as well. Studies demonstrate that when individuals feel well groomed, they carry themselves differently, seeming more energetic and engaged with life overall. Unkempt hair, overgrown nails, or neglect of skincare routine can make an individual appear older or withdrawn than they actually are. So what can you do? Keep it simple. Regular haircuts, manicures, and the selection of well-fitted clothes all can make a significant impact in how you present yourself. Even basic moisturizer and lip balm products may help maintain healthier, refreshed-looking skin, while keeping facial hair well trimmed can instantly give an elegant, put-together appearance if worn by those wearing facial hair. Simply by paying more attention in this aspect alone can have significant results. Personal grooming doesn't need to take hours in front of the mirror, but just paying additional care can create positive impacts such as healthier looking, healthier, feeling more confidently presented yourself while creating lasting first impressions for future interactions. At times, older adults become louder or interrupt conversations more than necessary, as hearing loss makes judging voice volume increasingly difficult. Unfortunately, most people won't tell anyone they notice their loudness. Rather, it becomes something people simply accept, but notice nonetheless. George is an engaging 77-year-old who thrives when socializing with family and friends, yet gradually his voice became louder over time, sometimes cutting people off mid-sentence without realizing. George noticed this change, but no one felt inclined to embarrass him. Until one evening, at dinner gathering, when people appeared to back away slightly when he spoke and realized his voice had grown much louder than expected. After getting his hearing checked and making conscious efforts to lower its volume, conversations seemed smoother while people felt more at ease around him. Hearing loss typically progresses gradually, and many don't recognize its effect until their speech starts changing significantly. When someone talks over others or interrupts frequently or raises their voice too often during conversations, however, they risk coming across as overbearing or dismissive. This should feel more like an exchange than competition for airtime. So how can you address it? Initially, pay close attention to how others react when you speak. If people lean back or lower their own voices in response or struggle to understand your speech, adjusting your volume may be in order. If hearing loss is suspected, getting tested might also provide valuable assistance with improving speech control. Involving others by pausing and listening during conversations makes dialogues feel natural and inviting, while speaking at natural volumes with spaces allowed for full discussions can make social interactions far more pleasant for everyone involved. Plus, communicating confidently will increase rather than decrease interest from people wanting to talk back. If you are finding this video and its insights useful, leave me a message and comment too, so I know who's watching and where. Furthermore, subscribe and enable bell notifications so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps ensure we continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire. Now let's move on to item number 3, wearing outdated or improper fitting clothing. One of the easiest aspects to overlook with age is clothing. Many older adults often wear similar outfits for years due to comfort or familiarity, or simply due to no longer prioritizing fashion as much. Clothing conveys meaning whether we realize it or not. Our clothes speak volumes. Aged or worn out clothing can give off an older impression and reduce overall confidence despite feeling great inside. Take Harold, for example, an 80-year-old with great style who started wearing loose, worn-out clothing that lost shape over time, although his family and friends noticed. But no one spoke up until one of their own noticed and spoke up against it. No one spoke out until something changed drastically for Harold in public view. No one wanted to share what had transpired between himself and them until someone finally spoke up. One day, he changed into an appropriate button-down shirt and pants from his wardrobe, and it all clicked. People complimented him. His confidence improved significantly and even stood taller. Without major overhauling necessary, those small tweaks had an enormous effect. Clothing greatly impacts how others view you. According to studies, people associate well-fitted apparel with confidence and energy. On the other hand, baggy, worn-out pieces may convey feelings of disengagement from one's community. Start small. Here's one strategy you could try. Start creating an intentional look to boost your self-confidence and make you more vibrant and respected in yourself and other aspects of life. So what can be done? Take it slowly. Selecting carefully selected pieces, such as a button-up shirt, tailored pants, and/or jacket, can instantly rev up your appearance. Keep colors that complement skin tones in mind and fabrics which provide support, yet still have structure. This way your outfit won't seem dated as quickly. Update your shoes and accessories, such as adding a watch or belt, can have an immediate and dramatic effect. For assistance, selecting items that make you feel confident, seek advice from stylish friends or salesperson. The key isn't following someone else. Rather, it should fit well, look fresh, and make you feel great. When that's achieved, you won't just look better, but feel better too, which others will notice too. Number 4, complaining or criticizing too frequently. One sure way of alienating others without realizing it is constant complaining or criticizing. At times, it can be easy to slip into the habit of criticizing everything that seems amiss, be it technology, younger generations, aches and pains, or just how things have changed since you last heard from us. But this should never become your default position. Try viewing things through a more positive lens instead. Problematically, even when not intended in an antagonistic fashion, such remarks can drain energy out of conversations and reduce people's desire to spend time with you. Take for instance Roger, a 75-year-old who loved sharing his opinions. At first, his observations were only minor musings about how things used to be better, that young people don't work as hard, or how everything today feels rushed. But as time progressed, they became less engaging for his family and friends. They still loved him deeply, yet found themselves avoiding prolonged conversations, as they knew they'd only hear complaints in return. One day, his grandson asked, "Grandpa, do you even like anything anymore?" And this hit him hard. He realized he hadn't been appreciating all that life offered. Negativity can spread rapidly when expressed over an extended period, even at small volumes. Expressing frustration makes interactions feel heavy, while people instead gravitate toward positivity as their natural response. No one expects you to pretend everything is perfect, but tempering complaints with something positive or lighthearted is often enough to keep conversations enjoyable. So how can you do this? Become more self-aware. Observe when and how often complaints or criticism crop up in conversation. If this situation arises again and again, try shifting the conversation. Instead of saying, "Everything was better back when," consider shifting towards saying instead, "Things have changed, so I am curious as to whether this new way works for me." Before dwelling on what's wrong, try looking for something interesting or amusing in every situation. People enjoy surrounding themselves with those who inspire or engage them meaningfully. The key here isn't suppressing thoughts, rather creating an equilibrium between worries and appreciations. As soon as this becomes part of who you are, people won't just enjoy talking to you more, they will seek you out because your presence feels uplifted rather than draining. If you find this video and its insights beneficial, please leave me a message by commenting number 4. I want to know who's watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I strongly encourage it. Your support allows us to continue making content to inform and inspire. Now let's move on to number 5. Ignoring posture and body language. One of the more subtle yet noticeable signs of aging is how you carry yourself. Over time, it can become easy to develop habits such as slouching or shuffling while walking, or having an abrupt or closed-off posture. People don't just listen to what we say, they read your body language too, with posture being one key indicator of this. A slumped posture, slow movements, or avoidance of eye contact may make someone appear fragile or lacking confidence, even though this may not be their actual mindset. Take Eleanor, for instance. She had always been active, but over time noticed people offering extra assistance even when she did not require it. Strangers assumed she was weaker than she actually was, while family treated her as fragile. She wasn't sure why until she saw a photo of herself standing with rounded shoulders and crossed arms and an obvious slight hunchback posture. That's when it hit her that her body language was sending the wrong signal. Consciously adjusting her posture, walking more purposefully, and maintaining eye contact caused people to react differently towards her, more as an equal and less as someone in need of assistance. Posture directly impacts perception. Studies show that people who possess strong posture and open body language appear more confident, energetic, and even younger than those without it. Slouching makes you appear exhausted, while standing tall signals strength and vitality. Crossed arms can make all the difference when it comes to how engaging and approachable you appear during conversation. But how can you remedy it? Start small. Pay attention to your posture whenever sitting, standing, or walking. An effective trick for aligning your spine without feeling forced is to imagine a string pulling you upward from the top of your head, aligning your spine without forcing itself. When walking, lift all 4 feet off of the ground instead of shuffling them. When conversing, be sure to face people directly, maintain comfortable eye contact, and use small hand gestures to add some fun and personality. Your physical posture has an immense effect on how people perceive you, whether as lively and confident or distant and disengaged. So by making even minor modifications, you can instantly appear more present, capable, and approachable without speaking a single word. Number 6. Bad breath, body odor, is often considered one of the more embarrassing topics to discuss. Yet people often notice an unpleasant odor after first meeting someone new. As we age, our sense of smell becomes weaker, so changes to our scent might go undetected by us. Medication, diet choices, or dehydration could all contribute to it as well. Yet most will never bring up this topic or use subtle ways of cutting short conversations altogether instead. Let's imagine Frank, an outgoing and outspoken 78-year-old partygoer who loved meeting up with old friends but started feeling cut off from them over time. Conversations had become quick and distant with his neighbor once close. Only when his daughter gently suggested switching mouthwash brands or increasing water intake did Frank realize what had changed. Staying hydrated, chewing sugar-free gum, and switching deodorant made a dramatic change. Interactions felt warmer again while his confidence returned quickly. Of all of the causes for bad breath, dry mouth is by far one of the primary culprits, and it becomes increasingly prevalent over time. Without enough saliva production from saliva glands in your mouth, bacteria build up, rapidly leading to persistent bad odors in the form of persistent bad breath odors. Furthermore, changes in diet, digestion, metabolism can impact body odor in different ways over time. Simply wearing clothes repeatedly before washing can have an effectful impact. So how can you combat dry mouth? Be proactive, drink plenty of water throughout the day to combat it. Chew sugar-free gum or mints can stimulate saliva production, and using an alcohol-free mouthwash keeps breath fresh without further drying out your mouth. Body odor can be addressed through wearing breathable fabrics, showering often, and rotating between different deodorants. Additionally, washing clothes frequently, including bed sheets, scarves, or even hats and scarves, makes an impactful statement about personal care habits and hygiene habits. Key takeaways from this exercise: good hygiene goes far beyond simply feeling clean. It also determines how others perceive your presence in any given space. A few minor adjustments can ensure that when entering any given room, people lean in closer rather than moving back away when seeing you enter it. If you are still watching this video and finding its insights helpful, leave me a comment with number 6. Additionally, it would be beneficial for all to subscribe with bell enabled so as to ensure no missed videos come through. This helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire the world at large. Now let's move forward together. Take time now to reflect upon these 6 unnoticed yet significant habits that affect us without our realizing it, such as personal grooming habits, how conversations go with each other, wardrobe updates, and awareness of negativity. These small adjustments could make an immense difference to both how you feel about yourself and how others react towards you. Has any of this resonated with you? That is a perfectly normal experience. What's important here isn't feeling discouraged, but feeling empowered. Just by coming here, watching this video and thinking about these issues shows your interest in staying sharp, confident, and engaged with life around you. Aging doesn't have to mean losing presence or influence. With some effort, you can continue command respect from peers while strengthening social bonds while feeling your best daily. Thank you so much for joining us today and for watching this video. We would love to hear your feedback below and can't wait to read what you learned, including plans on how it might apply in real life. Your opinion and feedback matter greatly to us, and reading comments is one of our main sources of motivation and encouragement. If this video was helpful to you, please like, subscribe and share, as it supports our mission in providing quality content which informs and inspires audiences. Like yourselves, we look forward to seeing you next video. Thank you all again, and we hope to see you then next video.